Well, John, I want you to encourage us even as you close us in prayer. And there were several questions that came in. They weren't questions, they were confessions of men who are here. Phrases like, I am paralyzed by fear. I can preach to hundreds in my congregation about the gospel, but I cannot bring myself to open my mouth to an individual. I'm afraid that I might manipulate. I'm afraid I might say it wrong. I'm afraid of losing the relationship. I'm afraid of being rejected. I'm afraid of failure. And then several of them, just the sense of guilt over not doing that has been brought to light through this conference. What do you tell those folks, which is many of us, if we're honest? We have strong fear and hesitation in this regard. How do we rest in the gospel even as we pursue these things for God's glory?
Just to orient myself on that spectrum of fear, what I find most indicting about my own fear is that it rises in proportion to the sophistication of the person I'm talking to. When I do my jogging evangelism in my neighborhood, it's mainly poor and uneducated people that I'm passing as I jog, and I've got tracts in my pocket, and it's Monday or it's early in the morning, and I'm not pressed for time, so I'm jogging, and I pray for the Lord to help me stop. I find that relatively easy to do. So here's three guys, Native American, African American, and Hispanic guys, and they're trash talking each other. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. And they're just laying into Bush and talking about Obama. And I thought, this is cool. So I just blunder right into these guys and say, hey, can I tell you about Jesus? Now, I find that incredibly easy to do because, frankly, I feel superior to those guys. In that, there it is. End of Whitfield, right? End of this. There goes John Piper. He's down the tube, selfish, got ego, but if I run by a bus stop and there's a nicely dressed woman and she's on her way to work downtown in the 46th floor of the IDS tower as a lawyer, I don't stop. I'm sweating and, cut off Bermuda shorts on. I'm 63 years old. I look like an idiot. She's so, perfect. So there's so all that to just say I'm with you, and that's pride, that's fear, that's ranking Acts 5:41. Rejoiced that we were shamed for the name. I won't mind being shamed by somebody who's a lower educated person, but I don't want to be shamed by a lawyer. Do I need the cross or what? Now, what do you do? I don't think I can say much more than has been said, except that life is very short, and the approval of the Creator of the universe is infinitely more valuable than the approval of any sophisticated person. And I am not responsible for their conversion. I'm responsible, as Mark just laid it out so well, to be faithful to the gospel. And everything is going to work together for my good. If they roll their eyes, if they spread rumors about me, if they say ugly things, the sinking. See, I think all of us are wrestling with things that happened to us when we were 4. I can name 2 horribly embarrassing things that I can remember from grade school that I think scarred me forever and made me very hesitant to say certain things in certain situations. So, preaching easy. Piper's bold and acid-toned, but I am no more bold than you are on the airplane, and I'm no more bold. And a lot of it is owing to different kinds of experiences we've had. And I just think we should look that in the face and say, blessed are you when men persecute you and revile you and say all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so men persecuted the prophets who were before you. That is addressed squarely to our situation. They're going to revile. Reviling is the thing I don't want more than anything. Shoot me, yes. Revile me, no. Make me lose my job and I'll be cool and strong. But I don't want to be reviled falsely. So Jesus takes that one on, and he says, great is your reward in heaven. So brothers, do we believe in what's coming? I really think being heavenly minded is the answer here. Life is short. Heaven is long. Christ is there. His approval is there someday. He is on our side. These people don't matter ultimately if they're on our side or not. He matters ultimately. That whole thing. Do we believe it? At that moment on the plane or in the neighborhood or at the office or in the wherever, do we believe it? And so let's pray for faith. Let's pray that he is supremely valuable to us, and that we then would be granted the gift of care, that others join us in that supreme value.